The next entity I'm led to believe that members wish to debate is the New Zealand Teachers' Council. The question is that the report of the Education and Science Committee on the 2009-2010 financial review of the New Zealand Teachers' Council be noted. I call the Honourable Member to Urawa Flavel. Tēnā koe.
Tēnā koe, Mr. Chair. Tēnā tātou katoa. Good to see us here tonight and debating or having a look at least at Crown entities, in particular, in this case, the New Zealand Teachers' Council. Mr. Speaker, it's often said in education circles that good teachers are costly, but bad teachers cost more. That's what they say. Mr. Chair, the New Zealand Teachers' Council is the professional body for all registered teachers working in any teaching situation, and it should theoretically be the body that distinguishes between good and the not so good, those that inspire and those that merely tell. The Council's purpose is to provide professional leadership in teaching, enhance the professional status of teachers in schools and early childhood education, and to contribute to a safe and high-quality teaching and learning environment. You'd understand then, sir, that the Māori Party has been interested in looking at the progress achieved by the Teachers' Council with a particular focus on Māori education. So despite some positive trends, educational indicators for Māori generally compare poorly with those of the total population. Māori still have lower rates of participation at early childhood level, higher truancy rates, and lower mean scores for reading, maths and scientific literacy. Māori are less likely to stay on at school to the age of 17 and a half years, and to lose and probably leave school not necessarily to leave school with high qualifications. So what does this tell us about good and bad teachers? Well, Mr. Speaker, ka hikitia sums it up. Educational system performance has been consistently inequitable for Māori learners. Fewer teacher-student interactions, less positive feedback, more negative comments targeted to Māori learners, under-assessment of capability, widespread targeting of Māori with ineffective teaching strategies, failure to uphold mana Māori, inadvertent teacher racism, and so on. These are some of the comments that have been made. Mr. Speaker, this isn't a Māori Party document, this is the government's own publication, a Ministry of Education resource, defining issues which impact on teacher credibility and success with Māori. So, sir, how is it then that we can get to the 2009-2010 financial review of the New Zealand Teachers' Council and find that Māori education or Māori students aren't even mentioned? How is it that a select committee comprising a Labour, National Act and Māori MPs, including Kelvin Davis, a former school principal, don't appear to have even asked the question about Māori? It doesn't take much investigation work to find an organisation briefing paper presented to the members of the Education and Science Committee. So this is a two-page paper. It highlights a significant variation between estimated and actual performance in the annual report. Let me quote from that source. A report to identify further research and policy development concerning the real proficiency required of graduates of Māori medium initial teaching education programs that was due by March 10 has not been completed. So the question I ask is why? And why was that question not asked by the committee? The financial review introduction statement states quite clearly that part of the role of the Teachers' Council is to ensure that individual teachers have gained the skills encompassed in teacher education programs, such as in proficiency in te reo and the ability to motivate students. And so why not ask what was going on that the Teachers' Council didn't complete such a vital report? Mr. Speaker, if our own Education and Science Select Committee don't ask the questions and the Teachers' Council doesn't complete the work, then perhaps we need to look elsewhere for robust advice on teacher professional development. Just last week, sir, the Māori Youth Council presented a report to the Minister of Māori Affairs which had three simple recommendations to improve Māori youth success in the education system. They recommended that government, 1, require all secondary school teachers to complete Level 1 Te Reo Māori and Māori Education Tikanga course at a tertiary institution. 2, provide the resources for existing teachers to sit at least Level 1 Te Reo Māori as a part of their professional development and ensure that teachers have the resources to efficiently and effectively deliver on the objectives of ka hikitia. And 3, encourage schools to actively strengthen the relationship between teachers and the wider community through hui with iwi or hapu to ensure that schools have the direction, or at least the discretion, to develop programs that suit the needs of the community. Perhaps so that these recommendations can be picked up. Can I just close by saying, they say that the art of teaching is the art of assisting discovery. So I hope that the solid foundation provided by the Māori Youth Council will assist the Teachers Council in discovering some of the key skills that we believe are required to ensure that all of our children benefit from excellent teaching and quality teachers.
The question is that the report of the Education and Science Committee on the 2009-2010 financial review of the New Zealand Teachers Council be noted. Those of that opinion will please say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. The next entity I understand wishing to be debated is the New Zealand